I'm outside in an AMG, right outside, TT, two-turn baby girl, you know me, still with the dogs that I grew beside, all the niggas round me, die, gotta watch the time cause it's flying.
So for this project, the size is going to be 5,000 by 1080 pixels, as you can see right there. And this is it already done, and I'm just going to create another one to show you guys how to make it. So what you want to do is go to File, then you want to go on Show Rulers. You want to turn your rulers on, the margins, and the guides. And since I already did this, my guides are already marked. And so what you want to do is just pull from the left side, and they will give you a guide. And you want to get your first guide to 1,000, your second guide to 2,000, your third guide to 3,000, and your fourth guide to 4,000. You don't have to get it directly on there, but as close as possible would be best, just so you can see how it will be split up. Now you want to go to Elements to choose your background. I'm going to do a black silk background because that just matches better for my brand. You can do any background you want. You can do a plain background or do another color silk background. This is just what I decided to do. And then I'm going to get a Polaroid picture, and I'm just going to place the Polaroid where I want it to be in that first slide. And again, you just really play with it to your liking. And I'm going to make it smaller because it was a little too big for that square. And then I'm going to just duplicate that for my next slide. And again, you'll see me put the Polaroid picture a little over the first line, and that's going to give it that sliding effect of the different pictures on each slide. And you just want to do that for each Polaroid picture and until you get them the way you would like them. Now that I have the pictures placed where I want to, I'm going to look up washi tape, and I want to do it blue, so I'm going to do blue, and I'm going to find the tape that I like the most, and I'm just going to scroll down, keep scrolling, looking for that tape. And I wanted my tape to look kind of faded out, so what I did was I turned the opacity of the tape down. You don't have to do this, but I did this because I liked the look of it being faded out more. And I had it set at about 80, but then I decided that that was too transparent, and you'll see me change it to 85. And now I'm just going to duplicate that piece of tape and put them on the corners. Sometimes I connect the two photos by the tape. You honestly just have to have an eye for it and put the tape where you see it fits best to make it look like an actual like Polaroid picture that's taped to something. Now that I have my tape placed where I want it, I'm going to go in and add the pictures that I want into the Polaroid film. So when you do this, you just kind of really have to play it by eye and just keep messing around with the pictures. So you're going to tilt it and literally crop it to where the black space is in the middle, and you just want to cover the entire back space. And for this part, you can zoom in to make it easier. I didn't, but it probably would have been better if I had zoomed in. And since the Polaroids are all the same size, I'm just literally going to copy that same picture and put it into the other Polaroids because it's easier, so I don't have to keep adjusting and editing each picture. And then you can just literally drag the photo from your uploads to the other picture to switch them out, and you can double click it to pull it down if you need to. Also, use the position button to adjust the picture so that the tape is in front of the picture and the picture is behind the tape. So again, it gives it that effect that the pictures are being taped. And you just want to keep doing this for each picture. Keep copying the picture, putting it into the Polaroid and changing the position of it so that it's behind the tape. And for the text I added on the Polaroids, I'm using Phonto, and I just went to plain images, and then I'm going to click the one with the clear backdrop, and then I'm going to add text, and then I'm going to put the name of the item. And for what I did mine's the first letter in cursive and in blue. And again, I'm showing you how everything is, and you can pause the video to see the fonts that I'm using, and I'll also stop it so you can see the exact color blue I used. That's the color. And then again, I'm just going to put those side by side, adjust the sizing and colors as needed, and then I'm going to save this as a PNG. And I did this for each item, and then I just uploaded it into Canva. And now for this part, I'm going to take the text, and in the very middle of the slide I put my website, and you also can keep the guides there so you can make sure that I just made sure that the text was inside the guides. And now you're going to take the text from Phonto that you uploaded, and you're going to put it under each Polaroid picture with the item. Now for this part, I did zoom in to make it easier on myself so that I could see, and I also had to change the placing of the tape, so you will have to make minor adjustments just to make sure everything looks cohesive. Again, I zoomed in to make it easier on me, and so I just zoomed in, and you'll also see me changing the size of the tape, moving it down a little bit just so that it can look right with the text. And again, you just adjust the text as needed. Make sure it's kind of tilted like the picture so it just looks nice all together. And you'll see me do that for each of the Polaroid pictures. And again, I'm just adjusting it to my liking. You can do it however you want to do it, if you want to even set it up like this. After you get your placements together, you can zoom out to make sure everything looks cohesive, and then you want to save it as a PNG. I did close to the highest quality, or the highest quality, just so that it can look cleaner. going to split the picture evenly so it can give it that slide effect. You want to go to Pine Tools and split image, and you just want to drag your file from Canva on there, and then you want to split the image horizontally, and the number of blocks you want to do is 5, and then save it as a PNG, and then you press split image and it's going to split it for you. You can save it as a zip file or save each individual PNG. I just saved it as a zip file and sent it to my email so that I can download it on my phone. And yeah, I downloaded each piece, and then I will again show a finished product of how it looks on Instagram. And when you post it, this is how it should look. It should be very seamless and literally look like it's transitioning into the next picture.
I'm outside in an AMG, right outside, TT.